Good day everyone, I am Victor, moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, which is the Patient-Driven Payment System, the MDS version 3.0, Assessment Skill Necessary for Success. I would now like to introduce our presenter for today, Rita A. Underwood. Rita Underwood has 34 years of professional work experience in long-term care, including facility-level roles and 2 decades of consulting and training services throughout the country. She is nationally certified through American Association of Nurse Assessment Coordination as a Resident Assessment Coordinator RACCT, Certified Nurse Manager, and has successfully completed Medicare University and Nurse Manager courses. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Retta.
So good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to be presenting to you today about the MDS PDPM and all the numerous things that are going on related to this topic. First off, let's start by why we have to do this, and this includes legislation. Everything from the Balanced Budget Act to the Social Security, all the Improvement Acts of BIPA, and of course the Affordable Care Act of 2010, and then the Impact Act, which is most recently affecting the Medicare program in skilled nursing facilities. So skilled nursing facilities, as well as swing bed hospitals, are defined as Medicare licensed provider of post-acute skilled nursing care and rehab services. So Part A SNF services include everything from nursing care of an RN. Internet online manuals through cms.gov is an important resource to be successful within the Medicare program. cms.gov has some unique intricacies in their process. So let's talk about the components of the MDS first. You must understand that there are mandated assessment schedules that have to be followed. In Chapter 6 of the MDS, this is where you're going to find the prospective payment system, which is PPS for short, where we find the patient-driven payment models instructions. A swing bed, you're going to have a nursing facility, the patient-driven payment model methodology and how it works. The first thing is know that PDPM separately identifies and adjusts for the varied characteristics of each individual patient. PDPM uses 6 of these major element categories. One of the very first things to be successful is you have to know and verify the eligibility status of each patient. Medicare has an electronic system in which to do this, and I have given you the process to access HEATS as a standalone portion of the system outside of your electronic health record. We have to have a relationship with the MDS in order to bill correctly on the claim. So Chapter 6 of the MDS manual will tell you that the 2 most important pieces that the claim and the MDS generate together to have a seamless payment system. What does the UB04 look like? Well, many times we don't see a paper version of this or the actual scaled version, so I added this as a sample. So the calculation is a quick glance. For those of you who are visual learners, you notice the PTOT up at top and it's a plus sign. Then you add on your speech language pathology calculation, your nursing calculation, your non-therapy ancillary calculation. Let's talk first about that first character in the HIPS code known as your PTOT component. Under the MDS in your clinical category classifications, you're going to notice a set of sequences, and they're going to fall out in four individual elements. The second character of the HIPS code is your speech language pathology component. The third character is your nursing component. The nursing component for skilled services is based on, again, the unique characteristics of the patient, and you'll see the rest here for your reduced physical functioning layers, which again is generally not a skilled patient. So the fourth character is your non-therapy ancillary component. So here we go with the CMI rates for 2023. So if you are doing all of the MDS correctly, but you don't have a physician certification showing and attesting that there is a medical necessity for the patient, so when you're looking at the physician certification statement, so recertifications are necessary. keep in mind you can do the 14-day recertification. So here's some question and answer clarifications. So billing considerations of the UBO4, your major categories in special billing solutions and situations are categories 1 through 4. You need to have these reference tools. Provider responsibility, first and foremost, it has to be documented that it was done by the appropriate individual. Contract therapy services must be billed for SNF, and then these general exclusions, I've listed a few of those for you. Again, your link. When you have exclusions and you're going to bill, your technical component is a TC modifier on the UBO4. Your major category 1 listing, your considerations as a provider and what you want to make sure you have in your record, and then major category 2 exclusions all listed here for you, and then major category 3 exclusions, and then your major 4 exclusions. When you think of Medicare preventative services, there is a wonderful resource link and a quick chart reference guide. Part B services, always going to be a major category 5. Of course, your billing practices are always going to be found in Chapter 25 of the Medicare Claims Process Manual. It gives you all of the descriptions and claim elements on the UBO4. What is your responsibility? First off, have the good references, know the CMS, have your helpful tools. Well, Ethan, Michael, and Bridget, I hope you found this to be somewhat enlightening today. It seems like a lot of information in a short hour. Thank you, Victor. So what I would like to say about the upcoming fiscal year, give you just a quick recap of what we know. There is a new MDS draft manual that you can download for a sneak peek. There is no longer a Section G. It's gone completely away. And some states have chosen to use a state-only specific MDS portion. Those are also available for review if you are in one of those states and you're curious to see what it looks like. You can find those at cms.gov. So again, I thank you and look forward to seeing you at another seminar.
Great. Thank you, Rita. Now that does conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. You may all disconnect now. Have a great day.